Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to see you here. My name is Julia, and I will be running the webinar on log files analysis today. I will be running the presentation for it, and our CTO will be holding the Q&A session. As my English is a little bit better, but he is more techy to cover all the questions you will have. So, can you hear me well? Do you see the presentation, and is everything okay? Just put pluses if all is well. Okay. Okay. Nice. So, let's start. And just one more issue. Please write down all your questions when I'm finished with the presentation. So we are coming in time, and so I'm able to share all the information we prepared for you today. What we will talk about? First of all, we will talk about log files analysis and what are the opportunities of it. We will talk about the website size and why it is important to understand the true website size. What are the parameters which have the impact on bot's behavior? We will share true cases of our clients. Today it will be 3 cases. Of course, there will be special offer on logs analysis, and just 3 clients will get them. And there will be Q&A session. A little bit about presenters today. So it is our CTO, Serge, who has 9 years of experience of development, and he has 5 years of work in different aggregators. So you know that aggregators, these websites are really big, like job aggregators, real estate, cars, prices aggregators. He has experience to work with big sites with like 60 million pages. He has experience of working with highly visiting websites, like 3 million visits monthly. And our JetOctopus.com was started in 2016, and he is the CTO of it. And up to now, you see the numbers of the data we crawled, and like 40 terabytes of data, and more than 160 million pages are crawled up to now. So, and about me, like a couple of words about me. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the crawler JetOctopus. I'm having 9 years of experience, but in business strategy, website design, sales, marketing, customer success, team building, and team management. And I also have 5 years of working in price aggregator and jobs aggregator. Actually, the job aggregator is our first business with Serge, and the crawler was born there because when we got stuck with our SEO traffic at the number at 30,000 daily visits of organic traffic, and nobody could help us, no digital agency and nobody, we decided to dive deeper into the technical SEO. And when there was a need to crawl the whole website, and it was more than 5 million pages, and actually it is right now, it is a working business. It was all money of the world, and we decided that we should do something ourselves, and that was the beginning of JetOctopus. So, our perception of the technical site optimization. It is not only about the crawling of the website. We think that crawling of the website, this is just the first step, and you are getting around 30% of the information. You are getting the information on the major problems, major errors, interlinking issues like DCIs, etc., etc. But pro level of technical optimization, and when the website is like 100,000 pages plus, it is more essential to have as much data as you can. So it is better to have crawling data, logs data, Google Analytics, Google Webmaster data, custom data, and then you are going with Hrefs and Majestic. So because the more data you have, the better, and it gives you opportunity to make the priorities on your site optimization. Because when the website is really big, it is not essential to make product updates and site optimization blindly, just from somebody's point of view, but it is better to do based on the exact state of issues right now at your website, and all this information you are getting from these different tools. And later on, we will talk about logs, especially what information you are getting from the logs. And when a website is technically well optimized, all the off-page and on-page actions have 5 and 10 times better results out of our experience. So this is how log files look like. I have a question. Does anybody have already the experience of working with logs? And it is very interesting to know if you have already this experience, or it will be the first case we are having more detailed information on the log files analysis. Can you put plus or I have in case you already had the log files analysis? Mm-hmm. Okay, Paolo, okay, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, I'm happy, Wojtek. Anybody else? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I hope today there will be more people who will like to have it. So it looks like that. It is a very complex file, and it is really hard to understand what it is about. And why do we need it? It shows true bot behavior on your website. So bot visits the pages you don't even know about, or bot doesn't even know about the pages you need to get indexed. And it is more frequently the pages with low frequency keywords, like long tail. And it is very widespread situation, actually. And we will prove it on the cases. Also, we need it because if the page isn't visited by bot, let's say during 2 months or a quarter, it will never be an index. And at the end of the day, it will never get organic traffic. And if bot visits the page often, it perceives it as a very important. And it is better for you to check if your attitude to this page is the same. And this information and true perception of the bot of your website, you are getting only from the logs. Why you can do it, what you can do with the help of logs. First of all, you have this opportunity to update your product and to improve your internal structure, not blindly, not just because one product owner thinks that we need like this category of products, or another SEO manager thinks that it will increase some parameters, or user interactions will increase, etc. So having information from logs, you have the exact picture, what to do, what to change, and what to optimize, what to implement so to improve your visibility, and at the end of the day to increase organic traffic. And you definitely need log analysis if your website has at least 100,000 pages. And no matter how many pages there are, if you plan to have a site migration, you should definitely have the logs analysis, because it is a true helper while this process. Out of our experience, site migration never goes smoothly, and watching the logs gives you opportunity to fix the critical errors and bugs, which are usually appear before the bot visited and before the Google index all these issues. So let's start about true website size. What is the size of website? It is not the number of pages in Google. It is a number of pages generated by CMS. It is more often not known number without site crawling, and this is usual picture what we have in our experience. What size consists of, like site size? From both point of view, it is indexable pages and not indexable pages. And it is clear for you how bots understands these like statuses of the pages. Which parameters have impact on bot's behavior? This is a very interesting part. Click distance, DPI. And it is very actually unexpected for us how SEO experts perceive this parameter. And usually it is perceived that it is the number of slashes in URL. And this is wrong. It is not true. It is the exact path from index to the page calculated in clicks. If you look at the example, you see that the page has DPI 2 because from the index, it is catalog, the first click, and then you go to the product page, which is iPhone 10. So DPI is the exact path calculated in clicks from the index page to the exact page. And why it has the impact on the crawlability of your website. Out of this slide, you see that the less DPI is, the better crawling ratio of these pages are. So the pages with DPI 1, 2, and even 3, they have really high crawling ratio, and the DPI 1 pages are almost 100% crawled. And you clearly see that when the page is located further than 5 clicks, the crawling ratio decreases dramatically. And because the bot perceives these pages as not important. And what to do? So if you have the situation, first of all, you pick up the pages with DPI more than 5. And I would recommend to start with those which are more frequently visited by bots. So bots perceive them as important pages. Then you look at them with eyes, and you can overlap data from Google Search Console, like positions and impressions, and it will give you this prior list of optimizations. And the final step, you place the links on the most valuable pages from the list, and you place the links from the pages located most closely to index. So you put additional links. And it is very essential to understand that it is absolutely not enough to put just 1 link and even 5 links. You'd better put at least 10 links, and it is something for both, but you will see it further. Another parameter that has influence on crawling budget, crawling ratio, is interlinking structure. The more links around the page, the better. So you see that pages with more than 500 interlinking links are for 80% and more crawled. So they are crawled really well, and they are crawled regularly. And you can easily see that pages with 10 or 20 links, crawl ratio is like 50%, and the pages with up to 10 links have really low crawling ratio. What to do? First of all, don't panic. Pick up the most valuable pages from the list and link them by groups and monitor logs for these pages. So monitor the changes of bot behavior. Another parameter, content size. Everybody knows that content is the king, and the situation is still that, and Google loves content. And you know that right now it is not even not only the number of words and not only the uniqueness ratio of the words is essential for Google algorithms. Also, it starts to perceive the expertise of this article, the expertise level of this content. But back to our slide, we see that pages with more than 2,000 words have high crawl ratio, and pages with less than 1,000 words has less than 50% of crawling ratio. And pages with even less words are very hard to be crawled by bots. What to do? Check this list if there are trash pages. And you should make a decision if you need them all. And when you look at this list with the eyes, it will be easy to make the decision if you improve this content, or if you delete it, or if you leave it as it is. Other parameters which have influence on indexability. Yes, it is also well known that page loading time is very crucial when it is a site with more than 1 million pages. And another issue which is not so well known, content template ratio. It means that when the website is really big, it is very usual for e-commerce, big e-commerce site, when there is a big template, big layout, and the ratio between this template and the valuable content for the user should be acceptable. It is very essential to keep an eye on it. So we are right now next to the most important part of our presentation, which is real cases of our clients, and today it will be 3 of them. So first case, we call them bad content as a killer. It is a medical niche. The website has 700,000 pages, and right now it has around 3 million monthly visits, and they used to have more than 5 million monthly visits. And they came to us after the recent Google update, especially in medical niche. There was a dramatic decrease, and they had 40% SEO traffic decrease. So this is the main picture of their log files analysis overlapping with the crawling data. What we see here, we see that there is almost 200,000 pages which are visited by Google bots, but they are not in the structure of the site. So crawler, which means that crawler didn't find these pages. It means that they are not in the structure of the website. It means that crawling budget is spent for something we even don't know about. Another issue is that almost 300,000 pages were crawled by crawler, and Googlebot is not there. This is another issue. So these pages are in the structure of the website. They are important for this business, but bot doesn't perceive it as it is. So it perceives it differently. And only 119,000 pages are visited by bots and are in the structure of the website. So the details of this case were, the main problems were with crawling budget, of course. low quality pages, thin pages, and there was absolutely unprecedented issue with 35% of crawling budget that was spent just for 2 URLs because of server errors. And they would never find it without log files analysis, for sure. What is the negative impact of it? In this particular case, there are a lot of really valuable articles, and the webmaster like spends resources, time, and money for making this content. But when there are thin pages, thin articles, and thin content, the overall perception of the whole website by bots can be really low. So if you have for the old websites, and not only for the old websites, but for the content websites, we always recommend to keep an eye on all the content which is on your website, because it really has the impact on the overall perception by bots. And of course, it leads to traffic loss. Our recommendations are, in this case, to remove trash pages. This is #1 step. Then to improve valuable content, and to put 404 for that 2 URLs, because they were absolutely not actual for this date, and it was the old legacy, and they already forgot about it like several years ago. Another case. Another case was with e-commerce, and it is called SITEMAP as a true damager. It is e-commerce site which has 1 million pages and more than 1 million monthly visits. Here we have almost 1 million pages which are regularly visited by Google bots, and we don't know about them. They are not in the structure of the website, and crawling budget is spent there. And only 180,000 pages are effectively crawled by Google bots from the point of view of webmaster. So they are in the structure of the website, and they are known by Google bot. And there are 320,000 pages which are not known by bots, but which are commercially valuable. What were the details? The problems that we eliminated while logs and crawling data analysis were incorrect logic of adding new products. It was the situation when new products used to be indexed within 2 weeks because of this incorrect logic. Also, in SITEMAP, there were around 320,000 links to non-in-stock products. So the negative impact of these problems were, first of all, they were losing effective time for active sales, because when they have a new products, they had to wait for 2 weeks to get them online and to get them visited by bots. Incorrect sitemap usage and waste of crawling budget. Also, bad customer experience, because when they found the products which are not in stock, it is not good. And overall, brand perception. So, you know that Google algorithms are also calculate, like they also watch the user's behavior. If the user go back to the search and keep searching for his query, so the brand perception overall is also decreasing in such situations. Our recommendations were to change the logic of sitemap generation and generate the actual sitemap every week. You can easily resubmit it through the Google Search Console as often as you need. And to add a new block with the most popular and prior products in each product category. So, and the last case of our client for today, but the most interesting, is with templatemonster.com, which is an old site with like long legacy. It has 1 million pages and 5 million monthly visits. And this is the case we called two different realities, how you perceive your site structure and how Google perceives it. That I was speaking about at the beginning of our presentation, that logs give you the true picture. So here you see that the website has 1 million pages, and there are 3 million pages which Google regularly visits, but we don't know about these pages. We don't know about what there are, and the crawling budget is spent over there. And if we don't change anything, we will not be able to increase indexability and visibility of your website. And here you see that only 850,000 pages are effectively crawled by bots. So they are in the structure of the website and they're effectively crawled. And there are 250,000 URLs which are in the site structure, so they are important for the business, but they are not known by Google. So it is all legacy site, and 3 million pages are not in the site structure, but bots still visit them. In this list, there are valuable pages too, but they are orphaned. Means that they are not linked anywhere, and we should do something with it. Another problem, 250,000 valuable pages are not even known by bot. The negative impact is that 3 million of possible crawling budget waste. We never seen before this, such like 3 times mismatch. And our main recommendations were, the main target is to enlarge green circle and to reduce the red one, but actually it is for all the clients we have. To learn these 3 million pages of red circle deeply, and to understand what is there. If there are low quality thin pages, old pages, or maybe there are valuable pages too. And to link them into site structure if they are valuable. And also to pay attention to 500 errors, as Google bot loves to visit them regularly. But actually, we recommend that to do to everybody because it's just the rule. So, finishing with these cases, but we will be back to it if you have questions. Don't worry. What I want to add. I want to add why log file analysis is not popular today. Because if you do it yourself, it is a really complex process. It is big volume of data. Excel crashes usually working with it. You definitely need the help of a developer. You need full crawl of a website. Usually sysadmins are not enough skilled to help you, or the site system is old. And at the end of the day, you have the tons of data in CSV, and you don't know what to do with it. And if you buy a log analysis solution, the price is very high. And this particular slide is where our crawler was born, because that was the price we found. And if you remember, we had 5 million pages at least. And what we can offer for you today, and what is our special offer for today. So, what are the main steps of our service? First of all, logs data damping at least for 1 month in any format. But actually, we recommend to download as many logs as you have, and 6 months is just perfect situation because it gives us opportunity to give you the more vivid picture of state of issues. Then it includes website crawling, it includes logs report and charts, and it also includes implementing of needed changes. It leads to organic traffic increase, and the very important issue is that all work is done by our team of analytics. So the crawling process, of course, is done automatically by our crawler, but you don't have to work with these logs. And it is our team of analytics who is diving deep and deep in your logs, and who gives you the main picture of the problems and all the details of the issues for today. And just for today, just for 3 first clients, the price is €200 per 1 million crawling and log lines without limits. And actually, nobody offers it without limits. You see that you usually have the concrete limits here, like 500,000 log lines, and you see the price. And only us offer such offer. We don't limit the log lines. You make your price out from the pages you have, out from the crawling pages. So if your website has like 5 million pages, so it will be 1,000 euros per crawling and log lines analysis without any limits. Even 6 months logs will be done by us. Regular price for now, it is 300 euros per 1 million pages to crawl. So the sample of report will look like that, but it is only a small part of it. And in the follow-up letter after the webinar, I will send you the link for the sample of the whole logs report, and you will be able to learn it in details. Usually the period of time, how much time it takes, it all depends on the client. So how fast he can give us the logs, because very usually the clients even don't gather the logs, don't keep them, or have at least 1 month logs, but it is actually affordable to have at least 1 month logs, so to give you some picture. And then how fast your site will be crawled, it also depends on, actually our speed is like 200 pages per second, but it all depends on the website, how it can handle, how many queries it can handle. So usually after we are getting the logs and the site is crawled, you are getting the full report back within 2 weeks. And the very essential issue is that we are always in touch. So if there are any questions with the logs report or any other questions, our success team is always in touch, and we are client-oriented, and we want you to really realize the most crucial problems and to get the traffic increase at the end of the day, because we don't need this just process of log files analysis. We want you to make the exact changes and to have the positive result of it. So right now I'm happy to make the conclusion of it. So bot's job is hard, and you'd better help them perceive your site structure as you perceive it, with the help of different ways like interlinked structure, DCIs, and all we were discussing. Look at your site structure like Google does, and you can do it with the help of logs. Crawling budget is crucially important for big sites. Watch bot behavior and bot perception of your site, especially after big product updates. You may understand if the bot visited these new pages or these like new categories, and if it doesn't visit these new product updates within 1 month, you should make something with these pages, and you should work on them, because it is very obvious that they will not be visited even in the future if you don't change something. Of course, you have to use logs analysis while site migration, and I just already described you why, because site migration can be a disaster for any website. And right now, I'm very thankful for your attention, and if there are any questions, Serge is very eager to answer them.
Hi, everybody. If you have any questions, write them at chat and I will answer you.
Maybe I can go back to the case slides, and you will have concrete questions to the case. Which one was the most interesting for you? So if there are no questions, we will be sending you follow-up letter with the link to the report, log files report. Also with the special offer, if it will be available still, because somebody started to write about it right now and to ask. So all I want to say is that if you have big clients or if your website is big, you will definitely be happy after the logs analysis service, because you will have the insane insights, believe us, and these insights will be true but not hypotheses, and you will have the exact picture of what to improve and what to change, so to increase your indexability and your site visibility. So if you have this challenge, if you have this goal to increase your SEO traffic at the end of the day, this is a very good chance to use our special offer, because you will never get this price on the market. And all the reviews of our clients you will find on our website and on the landing page of special offer. So as far as I see, there are no questions. I hope that this webinar was valuable for you, and I will be happy if you reply in the follow-up letter if it was valuable, and what topic of the webinar you want to have next time, because we will be running webinars regularly, and just vote for the topic you are interested to listen to. So thank you very much for your attention. We are always online. If you will have any questions, be free to ask, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.